water treatment option, which is really why this team of people are here.
Pauline, are you going to I'll second it.
Nothing. I think he's going to try it, so give it a try. We're going to try a video, but it may not be
given the screen. The video might be pointless.
Give it a go. See what it works like. But it could be bad. It may not assist us in our decision making.
Can we understand by the TV setup it's no good?
Yeah.
It's a shame that Phil's not well.
Pauline's going to move it and I'll second it.
Right. Well, Pauline is going to move it and Tim's going to second it. So we have a mover and a seconder.
And what the video is actually, we saw it the other day at the Environment Committee meeting, it actually shows you all the detail about the actual filter that's going in, so it's quite interesting, quite relevant, and it explains a lot about how it will actually work to improve our water quality.
Hey? Well, we haven't, it hasn't come up yet, so if you want to hit play.
As an intro to the video...
Does it hit play? Oh, sorry, you want to...
Just as an intro to the video, there's a good deal... councillors are quite well aware there's a good deal of interest externally and internally about improved water quality, and the vehicle the council's using to plan for that is our stormwater management plans. 3 plans have been done and another one's in progress, and all of that planning indicates that we're going to have to deal with on-road contaminants, and the treatment device that is going to come up on the video in a few seconds is one of the best practice options for doing that. So, and that is also the that's also the options being recommended in the report. So I'll start this video that shows, it's a schematic video showing how one of these things works. Maybe.
It's not working here either.
Not quite like Hoyt's at Rickerton, is it?
Eh? We can do it. A blank screen.
We had this last week in here.
Oh, there we go.
For someone who's slightly colourblind, is that a lavender?
Yeah. Beautiful.
I know.
Stormwater regulations are increasingly calling for more robust treatment levels. In addition to the removal of suspended solids, many regulations now require best management practices to remove significant amounts of nutrients, metals, and other common pollutants found in stormwater runoff. To help meet these regulations, Contech developed the Stormwater Management Storm Filter, a stormwater treatment device comprised of one or more structures that house rechargeable, media-filled cartridges that trap particulates and absorb pollutants such as dissolved metals, hydrocarbons, and nutrients. During a rainfall event, stormwater enters the structure through the inlet pipe and is directed to an energy dissipator to minimize resuspension of previously captured pollutants during the treatment process. Stormwater passes through the filtration media and begins filling the cartridge's center tube. When water reaches the top of the cartridge, the float valve opens and filtered water is allowed to drain at the design flow rate. A one-way check valve then closes, activating a siphon that draws polluted stormwater evenly through the filter media and into the center drainage tube. Filtered water then discharges out of the system through the under-drain manifold. When the water level outside the cartridge approaches the bottom of the hood, air rushes through the scrubbing regulators, releasing the water column and breaking the siphon. The turbulent bubbling action agitates the surface of the filter media, promoting trapped sediment to drop to the vault floor. This patented surface cleaning mechanism helps restore the permeability of the filter surface during drain down and between storm events. The filter media in the storm filter cartridges can be customized to target site-specific pollutants, For example, in applications targeting phosphorus, Contec developed Phosphosorb.
The rest is advertising.
It's pretty good.
Sounds like a dinosaur, phosphorus.
They have to charge them.
I don't have any more prepared to say. I was expecting to field questions. I'll talk if you like, but
But this is a pilot, so it gives us an opportunity to trial it and gives us an opportunity to think about the overarching cost of this for the next LTP.
yes, that's correct. I think we're confident that we know that the technology will work, but we're very interested in operational costs.
Mm.
Yeah, and of course we'd like to measure the results that come out the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I really applaud you for thinking of new technology to use. It's great. I was just wondering, in a wet weather event, storm event, what happens with the raw sewage? So in terms of coming in the stormwater system, in terms of this device,
I don't think there are any overflows in the catchment that this device will pick up. There are wet weather overflows that activate occasionally, but they are usually more directly into the river. I might be wrong about that, but I don't think there's...
So in the Wilson area, when we had the really bad flooding, the mayor and I went through with gumboots, and you could see the kind of raw sewage that was in the stormwater.
You've asked me a question that I just can't answer specifically.
So I'm really supportive of this, and I don't want to hold it. I'm just worried if raw sewage gets into it, what happens?
It'll be all positive. This will tend. If it's solid, it'll get trapped in that chamber. If it's very minute, it'll get filtered out. So it'll be a better outcome than otherwise.
But this is a much better outcome.
Yeah.
And it can cope with sewage.
The kind of event that you're talking about, Yanni, would be a major event. So you would obviously get anything that was overflowed, maybe a gully trap overflowed if you were thinking of a property filling. It would just get diluted for a start. So this system would be able to handle, probably the system's, the most pressure will be that first flush, and that's really where the major pollutants come from in your stormwater system. And so this is really designed, it's got a nice clean filter at that point in time of cleaning out that first flush, because that is always the biggest pollutant load from a stormwater system. So then it drops to the ground, and then periodically, depending on how much builds up, we then have to empty the silt that you saw at the bottom there. Otherwise, we'd be going around every cesspit and cleaning every one of those. So, hopefully we bring it to one surface, and it's a lot cheaper option with a better quality outcome.
Great, thanks.
Yep. All right, I'll put that motion. All
Can
those
I
in favour?
Can I just quickly speak to it,
Yes,
Leanne?
sure. Sorry.
Because I think the thing is that, our council is committed to improving the quality of our waterways as reflected in our healthy environment outcomes, which says water quality and quantity is protected. So this is going to help us to address that. In addition, as you said, we're up for renewing our resource consent or getting a new one, and the conditions are going to be quite stringent and challenging to meet unless we do something to clean up the water before it enters our waterways. So if you combine that with the cultural expectations of our partner Ngāi Tahu, and it leaves us with actually an obligation to clean up the water before it enters the waterway. So this Bells Creek stormwater pilot will provide us with the data and the costs and the effectiveness, which we will use to potentially install more around the city if it works and if it produces the results that we want, so that we can markedly improve the quality of our stormwater discharge into our waterways. So personally, I find this really exciting. We know that people are really upset about the quality of our water and our waterways, and it's the retrospective waterways stormwater infrastructure that's the challenge to fix, and I think this will actually give us some really good starting point, and hopefully we'll see more of them. So I really applaud the staff for picking up on this and getting an option for us to go with, and I hope that the OPEX comes in at a manageable level so that we can look at doing some more. So thank you.
Great. All right, I'll put that motion. All those in favour say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. That's carried.